Hey, welcome to Team Kia's presentation on SFARTS. I'm Itai,
Mari?
and yeah, we're going to guide you through our game. So, SFARTS, or TBSFARTS, stands for Turn-Based Science Fiction Action RTS. Name is still kind of pending. Don't worry about that. You know, it's a good name. It's a good name. So, this game is written with a backend and a front end in TypeScript. The backend is hosted on Node.js, and it uses Socket.io to communicate with the front end using WebSockets. The reason we decided to use WebSockets and not a RESTful API is because sockets are much faster. And originally we weren't sure if we wanted to make a turn-based game or a real-time game. That's why SFARTs into TBSFARTs. So going into the code, as you can see, the it's split up into a couple different folders within the source folder. We have the client, the front end, the server, and then this shared folder is just all of the files shared between multiple different entities, mostly the client and the server. So talking about the server first. Basically, the way it works is the server has a couple managers, a user's manager, a lobby manager, and a game manager, and each of those managers handle their respective things. So the users manager holds the users, adds new users, deletes users, logs users in, logs users out. The lobby manager has users inside lobbies, which can be joined and left, etc. Um, Sorry about that. And then we have the games manager, which is a type of lobby manager, but also holds game managers. So yeah, that's basically it. The server listens and on different kind of messaging inputs, it gives different outputs on the game. So the way the game works is after anyone makes any kind of input, they send it to the server. The server tells the game manager to record that input, and then once all players have ended their turn, it simulates as if all players did those moves at once, and then sends the game state back to each user. So, Ari, would you like to talk a little bit about the game engine we have this hosted on Phaser?
Yeah, so the game is built in Phaser 3, um, which is a browser-based game engine. Um, it is built through something they call scenes, and every scene is divided up into three parts. That makes it very easy to use. It has the preload, where it just sort of it sort of
It saves
gets
the
all the
images,
different,
right?
yeah, it saves all the images and brings them in. And then it has the create, which is where you initially build up everything that you need for your scene. So different kinds of elements and objects. And then it has the update, which is being called constantly. Um, and you can overlay different scenes on top of each other and switch between them as needed. And it makes it very easy to um, compartmentalize the different things that you're doing.
Right. So yeah, as Ari's saying, Phaser is super useful for drawing. But other than using it for drawing and doing the hex grid logic, Phaser did very little heavy lifting with our game logic. All of our move emulation, combat, piece stats, etc., is our own work. Although the images are have a source in the GitHub, they're just like open source little game sprite images. Um, so yeah, and then the front end is all done in React, and we did this because React is awesome. The front end is pretty simple, and I'll be honest, the hackiest part of our code was the front end because we built this really awesome game engine, and then we were like, oh crap, people need to log in and join and leave lobbies. But yeah, so there's the front end lobby component, and this loads all of the other lobby components. Or sorry, front end app component. This loads all the other components from logging in, joining lobbies, and the actual game. So yeah, with that said, why don't Ari and I hop into a game together? Show you how this works. So I will create an account. Username Fisher Swamp. Password doesn't matter. Account has been successfully created. I will log in. All right, and then as you can see, there's no lobbies, so let's create a lobby. We'll call this Ari, please join, and we will use the face-off map. Let's create the lobby. So now, as you can see, 1 out of 2 players. Oh, I just close the lobby. Yeah, so if you click on a lobby, it'll join the lobby, but if you click on a lobby you're already in, you'll leave the lobby. So yeah, now Ari's joined the Ari's please join lobby. Now if I leave this lobby, I can create a new lobby. Ari please join too. Then you can see both lobbies. The blue highlight is for the lobby I'm in. The white is for lobby I'm not in. Ari's joined again, so let's go ahead and start the game. So yeah, I'll just enter full screen. So as you can see, there's all kinds of different units. We have the fighter unit, the speeder unit, and the destroyer unit. Each unit has different stats, which you can see from the UI. You can also move the camera around, although this specific map that we chose is pretty small, so there's not much to move the camera. But yeah, all right, let's go ahead and input our moves. So as you can see, this destroyer only has 1 move. So that's that. And then the fighter has 3 moves. The speeder is really fast. So as you can see, the energy is the moves. This has 7 whole moves, so it can do something like that. So yeah, Ari and I are both going to input all of our moves. And then once you're done inputting your moves, you can go ahead and click end turn. And since Ari had already ended his turn when I did that, both of our turns have ended. And then the game state syncs up. So let's say I make a move, and then I'm like, I make a few more, and I'm like, oh, that was stupid, I messed up. You can always reset your moves because even though the moves are sent to the server, the game state is not altered till all players have ended their turn. So you can always reset back to the beginning. But yeah, okay. So the other thing is units can attack. So if you click on a unit with left click and then hit A, it'll show all of the units that you can attack with that orange highlight. So let's go ahead and strike this guy down. And that guy. Let's move that guy here. This guy here. So yeah, and then you select a unit by clicking on it, and then it'll show the paths of where to move it, and then you can't move it too far away. So, yep. Sorry, I'm taking time, Ari. Let me go ahead and end my turn. Ari
You're
did
good.
too. And as you can see, Ari's going for a sneak attack on my base because he's a meaty pants. So I will have to stop him. And do that. End turn. Alright. So that down. And as you can see, if I move a unit, the game will let me move a unit, but it might be that Ari has killed that unit in the time that I moved it. I'll go ahead and end turn again. And if that's the case, right, the unit will just disappear. So we are working on like adding animations and stuff for that, but yeah, as of now, it's just how it is. All right, and turn. Now it looks like Ari's not doing too hot this play around. I think I got this one in the bag. What do you think, Ari?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Should we play it out or should I concede?
Yeah, why don't you concede? Let's show them how that works. So if Ari concedes, it'll say game over, Fisher Swamp is won, and it'll take you back to the lobby. So yeah, I mean that's basically our game. We are working on other maps, and this game is continuously in development. So we want to add more mechanics, like a unit that can heal. We also do have the functionality for 1v1v1 or 2v2v2 or 3v3 or however. We just need to build maps for those, which we haven't yet. But yeah, we're really happy with this game. I don't know. Ari, do you have anything to add?
Um, Not really. I mean, I guess I think it's worth saying when we're talking about maps is just how easy it was made to create new maps and to create different situations and um, to sort of build out sort of any sort of scenario that we want.
Right. Yeah. So we also have plans in the work to make a map builder, because it's like very easy to export any kind of game board into like a map string, which can then be re-imported by the server.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy.